morning, grade 4s. Today we're going to review a little bit about prepositions, but we're also just going to review different parts of a sentence because you know what? Sometimes we have words that can be used in multiple different ways, and depending on the sentence, they might be a noun, they might be a verb, they might even be like an adjective or a preposition. So we need to be very careful with some of our words. To help us out with this, we're going to look at page 210, and we're looking at think D. So for think D, we can write N on the line if we think the word is a noun. We can write V if we think it's a verb. We can write PRO if we think it's a pronoun, which remember is like I, you, he, she, it, those sort of things. We can write ADJ for adjective. ADV for adverb, or prep for preposition. That is a lot of short forms. There's a lot of different options for this one. So we're really going to have to pay attention. In fact, I'm going to do most of these with you because these ones can be a little bit tricky. However, if you think at any point, oh yeah, I got it, I know what I'm doing, you're welcome to switch off the video and try them off by yourself. So here we go. Let's see if we can remember. Whew. The first sentence says, the apple is on the ground. What type of ground is it? Is the ground what we're doing in the sentence? Is it a verb? Is it a person, place, or thing? Oh, actually it is, isn't it? The ground is a thing. So in this case, a person, place, or thing must be a noun. So ground is N for noun. What about this one? Number 2, the miller ground the wheat. Oh, it's the same word. Isn't that a noun? Well, in this sentence, it's not a person, place, or thing, so it's not a noun. Instead, what is it? The miller ground the wheat. It's what the miller's doing to the wheat. What do we do if we have an action word, something that means they're doing something? Well, then it must be a verb. So in this sentence, the word ground is a verb. What? I know it sounds pretty crazy, but sometimes words can be used different ways. Oh no, here's another ground. The grocer sells ground coffee. Is it talking about an action in this case? No, the action is sell. Is it talking about a person, place, or thing? Well, they're not selling ground, they're selling ground coffee. So actually, ground is describing the coffee. What do we call a word that describes coffee, which is like a noun? Well, we call that an adjective. A-D-J for adjective. Whew. So look at that, ground, 3 different ways, and each one had a different meaning. We're going to do the same thing, but now we're going to do it with still. No man can still the waves. Is still a person, place, or thing? Nope. Is it an action? Still. Actually, it might be an action because he's stilling the waves. That's a weird one, but it is an action word. Therefore, it is a verb. What about this one? The waves are still. Is still a person, place, or thing? Nope. Is still in this case an adjective or a verb? Nope. However, it is describing the waves. Still waves. If it's describing a noun, it is an adjective. Whoo, super tricky. Next, the waves are still raging. What's still describing in this case? Because it's not a person, place, or thing, and it's not an action. It's describing raging. When are they raging? They're still raging. They keep on raging. Raging is a verb. So if it's describing a verb, what type of sentence is it? Or what part of the sentence is it? Do you know? I do. It's an adverb. ADV, adverb, because it's describing a verb. Wow, look at that. Super, super tricky. Let's keep on going. We expect snow this winter. We expect snow this winter. Is it a person, place, or thing? In this case, yes. Snow is a thing. We expect this thing. So, we're going to call it a noun. Next, number 8. The snow fort was large. The snow fort. In this case, snow isn't its own noun, but it is describing something. It's describing the fort. If it's describing a noun, then it must be an adjective. A-D-J, just like that. Very good. Good, I'm just making sure I'm still in the shot. How about this one? It snows a lot in Maine. It's not a person, place, or thing, but it is an action. It's what's happening. Action words are verbs. So that snow is a verb. Anyone getting a little bit confused? I don't blame you. I'm going to take a break from that and I'm going to come back to it. So don't worry, we'll do it at the end of the video, but I also want to remind you how to do prepositional phrases. So take a break, flip to the next page. Let's look at prepositional phrases and how we work with them. Here we go. So remember, a prepositional phrase uses a preposition. You have that nice little poster to help you find your prepositions, and then you're looking for the what. The what is the other part of the preposition. It's the full prepositional phrase. So let's go through. These questions are asking us to place brackets or parentheses around each prepositional phrase, and then we have to circle the object in each preposition. So here we go. Jack went up the hill and fetched a pail of water. What is the prepositional word there? Up. Up is a preposition. Very good. Up what? Up the what? Up the hill. So there we go. That's where my prepositional phrase is. And what's the what of that sentence? It's the hill. So hill is my object. There we go. Let's try another one. We met many interesting people along the road of life. Very nice. So what's the prepositional word? Along sounds like a prepositional word. Along the what? Along the road of life. So that whole thing right there is the prepositional phrase. And the what is the road. We don't say of life because of life is describing the road. Road is the noun, therefore road is the object. Now, you might be wondering, why didn't I put brackets around the full sentence here? And I'm going to give you a little hint. If you ever see the word and before the end of your sentence, that might be where you need to stop your prepositional phrase. So watch out for the word and. Sometimes it will stop your sentences early. Let's do just a few more and then we'll get back to the other page. Within an hour, the school building was deserted. Where is my preposition word? Oh, within is one of those words. Within the what? Within an hour. So an hour is my object. That is my phrase. There we go. Next, Spot ran into the woods chasing a rabbit. Where's my preposition word? Oh, into is one of those preposition words. Into the what? Into the woods. So there we go. That's where my preposition is, and that's where my prepositional phrase ends. So there we go. It takes a little bit of practice, but try it out, guys. I wish you the best with that. Now, if you'd like to watch the rest of the other page, come on and watch with me as we finish these up. Remember, it could be a noun, a verb, a pronoun, an adjective, an adverb, a preposition, all or none of those above. So there's lots and lots of fun to do. Let's try it out. So the next one we have is number 10. Do you like peanut butter? Do you like peanut butter? Like. Do you like? In this case, it's talking about like as like an action word. Liking someone is something that you do. So that must be a verb. Next, she enjoys many hobbies like knitting and sewing. Ooh, this one's tricky, but it's not talking about her liking knitting and sewing because it already talks about her enjoying it. So it's not going to be that. Like in this case, weirdly enough, I believe, is a preposition. Just checking. See if it's on our list. Yep, it is. So when you're using it like example this, it's actually a preposition. Weird, but true. Like what? Like knitting and sewing. So that would be my prepositional phrase if I was looking for that. Weird. Next one. Put the like colors together in the box. Well, the action is put, so we know it's not the action. But like is actually describing the colors that are the same, like each other. And if it's describing a noun, what type of word is it? Why, it's an adjective. Whew, wowie. Next, we are with the word light. Candles give light. Is light an action word? Nope, not in that sentence. It's talking about the light the candles give off. It's a noun. Person, place, or thing. What about this one? Light the candles. Oh, that's a imperative phrase. It's telling us to do something. It's telling us to light the candles. Light is an action word. It's something to do. In that case, it is a verb. And finally, number 15, the room is light and airy. Light is describing what the room is like. And if it's describing the room or a noun, it must be an adjective. There we go. Last three with the word iron. Ooh, I like the word iron. I'm told I say it wrong, but that's okay. The bolt is made of iron. The bolt is made of iron. Well, it's talking about the bolt being made out of a thing, out of iron. So therefore, must be a noun because iron in that sentence is a thing. Uncle Farley has an iron mine. In this case, the iron is describing the mine. If it's describing a noun, it must be an adjective. And finally, I can iron my own clothes, thank you very much. Iron is an action, it's something that they're doing. So therefore, iron there must be a verb. Look at that, grade 4s. That is a tricky section because you could literally have words that are any of those meanings. So if you manage to work those through by yourself, big round of applause. If you managed to guess a few before Miss Raymond said the answer, round of applause to you because I know these ones can be a little bit tough, but we really want to work on identifying which parts of sentences everything is. Okay, well, thank you very much, grade 4s. I wish you the best. Goodbye.